Good morning, YouTube. I am trying to pick up where I left off yesterday with replacing the front struts on my MDX. So this tool I bought from Harbor Freight is a scissor compressor, spring compressor, and it's kind of hard to work with. It took me a while to get these arms lined up in here, so I'm hoping that they work. By the way, the instructions specifically say do not use any impact tools or electric tools on that, but I'm gonna give it my best shot here. Size 24. And you see the arms will start compressing here. But they are not compressing evenly for some reason. You can see these two are close together. Doesn't look like it's good enough for me. So I'm gonna mess with this and come back when I'm successful. By the way, you see that I made marks here on the spring on how it should line up, so that when you go to put everything back together, your top hat, your spring mount insulators and everything are in line. All right, be right back. So I did have some success with this thing. Still don't like how the spring compressed. It doesn't seem like it's even on both sides. However, I was able to disassemble the strut mount and pull the strut out. I just realized I marked all this up basically for no reason, because I'm not reusing this strut. But what I will do is make sure that when I put the new strut in, that this mark that lines up with the knuckle will also line up with all my marks here as well. But yeah, this strut, this is your bump stop. You want to transfer that to your new assembly, but this strut, as you can see, it's toast. Barely has any life left in it. And by the way, I didn't mention this truck, or this SUV has 147,000 miles, so these are the original struts. All right, I'll be right back. And then you just want to transfer your spring isolator mount, which fits so snugly in this corner, so there's no way to mess it up. Also underneath here is this little piece that sticks out. That's only one of those little nubs, and it just lines right up. Want to check back in. I'm having some success. Just trying to make sure that the end of the coil spring seats appropriately in there, and also that the marks that I have with the strut mount and then the insulator, make sure, see that spring still has to come over some, just a little bit. Just make sure everything's in line before I snug this thing up. One thing I'm noticing is I tried to use my impact driver, but the entire shaft assembly is spinning. So I'm going to use, you could use an Allen wrench. I'm going to use an Allen wrench socket and a size 17 open-end wrench, and that'll help me out too. Had some success getting everything back reassembled. I just have to tighten everything down, but of course the install is just a rinse and repeat of everything you did prior. Review of that tool, man, it works, but it is so awkward with the long arms and just the weird position. It's very, very hard to rotate the strut in the little arms there. After I got everything assembled, I could not get two of these arms out because they were at the furthest bottom area of the spring, and then the other one was almost touching the top mount. So it was very difficult to remove that. Whereas if you use those other coil spring compressors, they're two individual pieces and you can slide them around as you wish on the strut. So that's definitely going back, but so far so good. I'm not going to do a video of this side because it's just the exact same, but I am going to do a video replacing that mount there. Alrighty, adios. Whoa! Good job, Bubba.